Welcome back. Today we are making these adorable Grinch cupcakes. So these cupcakes are made with my very favorite red velvet cupcake batter, which makes just about 12 cupcakes. So I'm lining my cupcake tin here, and I'm going to scoop my cupcake batter carefully into each tin. It's really important that you have the same amount of cupcake batter in each tin so that your cupcakes end up baking to the same height. There also is seriously perfect amount of batter for 12 cupcakes, so as long as it's evenly distributed, they should bake up perfectly and not overflow their tins. So these are baked at 350 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes, and once they were fully cooled, it was time to start decorating our cupcakes. So you can see they are moist, they are ready to go, and I'm adding a small swirl of vanilla buttercream onto the top of each cupcake. Now I know this doesn't look very pretty right now, but the reason that we're not putting too much effort into this is because we're about to dunk these into a beautiful sprinkle blend. I love using Sweet Tapalita sprinkles, and this blend here really screamed the Grinch to me. So it has a bunch of green, a little bit of red, and some blue in there as well, and it just seemed right. So I poured these into a very shallow bowl and just carefully rolled each cupcake into the sprinkles. The goal here is to fully cover that layer of frosting on top of each cupcake. So this creates the perfect base for our next step, which is adding some fun fur to the top of our cake. So I'm piping a little swirl here of green buttercream, and then I'm using a large grass tip to add on some generous amounts of buttercream fur. So this is a Wilton 234 tip, which I really love. It's quite a bit wider than the classic grass tip, but if that's all that you have on hand, you can totally use that as well. So I'm just covering up that swirl, letting this fur go in every direction, and I'm not being too precise about it. I want it to look a little bit unruly, so it's okay if it's not totally uniform. Once you have fully covered that frosting swirl, it's time to add on the next decoration component of these cupcakes. So half the fun of the movie The Grinch is that his heart grows by 3 sizes, so I decided to use 3 different sizes of heart-shaped cutters here to cut out different sized hearts of fondant. So I'm using my 2 smallest cutters from that pack and then 1 really small metal heart cutter that I had. You don't want your hearts to be too big because you want them to still comfortably fit on the cupcake, so just keep that in mind as you're selecting the sizes. So I started off with my very smallest heart on my first cupcake in the front, and then I used my slightly larger heart on my next wave of cupcakes. For my third cupcake, I repeated the process of adding on the fur, and then I used my very biggest heart. Since we have 12 cupcakes total, I cut out 4 hearts of each different size. And just like that, our Grinch cupcakes are complete. So here's a sneak peek at the inside. These red velvet cupcakes are super moist, and they're so delicious. I like to say that your heart will grow 3 sizes with 1 bite. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to click the like and subscribe button. And don't forget, you can find the recipe on Chelsweets.com.